Prashant, the Prime Minister has conceded that he has no magic wand when it comes to corruption. What is the magic wand that Team Anna has?
No, Team Anna does not have any magic wand either. We are saying that there are broadly two major reasons for corruption. One is the adoption of policies and laws like the SEZ Act, adoption of policies regarding mining, which have allowed commercial mining to the private sector, which have created huge incentives and huge scope for corruption, where arbitrary discretion can be used to give largesse worth lakhs of crores to private corporations. So we have also incorporated a couple of provisions to seek to plug that. And the other major reason for corruption is the lack of any institution, any independent, empowered, and accountable institution which can investigate corruption at all levels and take action against the corrupt people.
So let me understand this correctly. You're saying that the Jan Lokpal version should be tabled in Parliament and left then to the MPs. But the minimum demand is that that version actually be brought into Parliament, that the government withdraw its earlier version and replace it with the Jan Lokpal version.
Yes, or a version which incorporates all the principles of the Jan Lokpal Bill.
So, what are these principles then that are non negotiable?
Now, all these principles, that is, including of all public servants, central public servants within the ambit of the Lokpal, setting up Lokayukts in the states to take care of state public servants and local bodies, conferring jurisdiction on the Lokpal to protect whistleblowers, to take action regarding public grievances against those public servants who violate citizens' charter, and most importantly, provisions regarding the selection, having a completely independent, broad-based selection committee for selecting the Lokpal, and allowing any citizen to complain against the removal, setting up of the Lokpal, as well as officers under the Lokpal. So therefore, all those provisions would have to be incorporated in the bill, and these several other provisions which the government has brought in its own bill, all those will have to be removed.
You've not mentioned either the Prime Minister or judicial accountability.
No, all central public servants would include judges, would include the Prime Minister, would include MPs. Everybody would be included, and the lower bureaucracy, which have been all excluded in the government's bill.
And the Prime Minister while he's serving or after retirement?
No, while he's serving. You see, a corrupt Prime Minister is the biggest security threat to the country. There is no civilized country in the world where a sitting Prime Minister or the sitting head of executive is immune from corruption investigation. Even in India, he is not immune. Unfortunately, a new principle is being trotted out on the basis by the government, on the basis that it will destabilize the government. The same argument was made when the Prime Minister's election was sought to be given immunity from legal challenge in 1975 by way of the 39th Constitutional Amendment. But that was struck down by the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court on the ground that it violates the basic structure of the Constitution. I'm amazed that the same kind of justification is now being made for giving immunity from corruption investigation to the Prime Minister.